Hello YouTube, today I'm going to show you guys how to send text messages and call phone numbers from within your application. I already set up a basic project with some basic UI. I'm going to use this to test the actual program, go through the interfaces really quickly. I have an iClient interface which just has some properties and methods. So you can see it has property is initialized. This indicates if we can send text messages, if we can call phone numbers, if the from number is required, an actual initialization method, and then we can call asynchronously a number, and we can give it a message, and we can also do the same to send text messages. And we also have a toString proper methods to actually display the client name inside here. We also have an iResponse, just has a status from the response and indicates if we can actually update the response. And we also have a credentials class, and in here you can see we have the Twilio and a Clickatel. And for this tutorial I'm only going to use the Twilio, but in the other tutorial I'm going to display how you can do the same thing but using the Clickatel API. So first off, what we're going to need to do is make an account on Twilio. As you can see here, just go to the site and sign up, make a new account, and then you will end up being here on your console dashboard. So the first thing we're going to do is copy and paste the SID and the out token. Just display them like here. Go back to your project and paste them in here. And now everything here is set up, and we don't need credentials anymore. And now what we want to do is, let me see 1 second. I already tested this, so I'm going to use the same name. And now we want to go to API, go into class, and create a new class. I'm going to call this Twilio wrapper client, and go ahead in here and make this one public. So what we need to do now is go to here and manage NuGet packages. Go to installed, browse, and now we go to Twilio, search for it, the first one, and go to the latest stable version and install it. Okay, and I accept, and it should be installed right about now. Okay, oh, oops. Okay, now it's installed. And now what we want to do is we want to implement the iClient interface. Go ahead and implement it. And I know that we can just say, okay, we can make phone calls. I'm going to copy it because I'm lazy. We can send text messages, and I know for sure the from number is required. Now in here, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to say get set, and just going to put it here because it's more logical. And in here, what I'm going to do is say is initialized true. And this is defaulting to false, so that's good. Going to leave that as it is for a second. And all we need to do is use the Twilio in here. And now you can see Twilio client dot initialize. And it says for a username and a password. So the username is a Twilio account as ID, and the other one is the credentials, is the out token. And now the client is initialized. Now, before I forget, we need to override the toString and I'm going to call it Twilio API. So it will display in the combo box in the UI here. We can close out that one. So it will display here the correct name instead of the whole name of this class, because it's not good. And the first stuff what we're going to do is the call async, I guess. So what we need for this is, first of all, we need to convert the strings to actual phone numbers. So phone number from equals new phone number. It's provided by the Twilio.types. Just import it from. Going to be extra lazy here, and just copy and paste them, and just do the same here too. Okay, so we got that one working, and then we are going to need to, no, not yet. So let's see. I know it's called call resource, so I'm just going to type it already so it's imported. Okay. So we have our call equals call resource dot creates, and we want to use the async methods because this is also marked as async, and then we can await it. And go to here and you see we have the to endpoint and a from. So phone number to phone number from, and then to display the message we're going to use the URL. So just going to put in like this, equals a new URI. Now mark this function as async, so we can use the await here. And it says we need to return an iResponse, but that's later. So first off, the URI is going to return a markup language. I'm going to show it here. So I don't know if it's an example in here, but to generate the markup language, you can use something like this. So we are going to do the same thing in our program here. The first line, we're going to say console.writeLine. I think it was voice response. Yes, that's voice response. So we want to write a new voice response. Okay, what do we want to do? We want to say body loop. We don't need that. The language, let's go back to the site here. Let's see, the available languages are, you can actually choose from which one you want. You can actually leave it blank, but I'm going to use the EN. I don't know, it's required? No, it's not. Just so it's more sure. And then in here, I think it's Alice. Go to check up after a second. And then we say, okay, after you set our body, you can just hang up the phone and it's over. So let's go back, just really quickly check here. The voices man, woman, and Alice. And just Alice is because she's the best one to use, as you have way more options in here once you use Alice. So that's it. Now let's see, start up the project here. Oops. Oh. Yeah, my bad. Just quickly say return null, just so we can use it quickly. Okay, that's our program. Now go to the output, and in here we now have our response. So go back to your console. We have done everything. And now in here, we want to search for bins, the markup language bins. This will provide us for a way to let's also call it tutorial 2 in here. And this will say the language is English, Alice, and our body. Oops, I think it's double. Okay, just added another curly brackets to it, create it, and copy it, make sure it's copied. And go back here, oops, put the quotation marks around it. And now you can say, and body equals body. Okay, and now we just need to make our body and this is inside here. I forgot what it is. Web utility dot URL encode a message. Can leave the system.net out of here now and import it. And now this is working. Oh, it's almost working. We just need to do one more thing. Create a public class. Let's call it call response. Implement the iResponse interface. Same thing here. Just go ahead, make it like this. I know for sure we can turn through here. You don't need that one. We need to store the SID here. And that's actually everything we need to do. So, public call response. I'm going to use a call resource. And now we can just do sid equals call dot sid and status equals call dot status dot toString. And we're also going to implement the update async method. Same here. Mark it as async. And now we're going to say call resource for call equals call resource dot fetch async the MSID. Okay, and now we just say set call and await it, and that's everything for our call resource. And we make it public. Yes, we can. So now just say return new call response and wrap in the call in here. So that's actually everything we need to do. And I'm going to copy paste this, and this is actually the same message resource. Oops. Message resource.create async. Let's see, we have a to number, a body, and a from. So it's the phone number from. We don't need this for it to work. Body. This will be put into it, so let's see. Oh, we need to mark this class as async, obviously, and now that works. Okay. Can copy and paste this one. Call it text response. Go ahead and change the message resource. Just switch up the method name so it's more clear. And this is our call response. So everything is actually the same, only just switch up the call resource to message resource. And actually this should work. So what you need to do now is go to the site and go ahead and buy a new phone number. And I would recommend to actually have a phone number that has both the voice and the SMS. So let's see. I already have this number. I'm going to copy it. And now, oops, one more thing. Okay, now uncomment this line. And normally everything, oops. Obviously, I forgot one little thing. We want to give the client like this. And now the outs, and now can switch them out. Okay, this is good now. You can see we can send text messages and we can call. Now put in our phone number. Going to put in my own phone number. And I'm going to show my phone on the screen now. Okay, so now my phone is on the screen and I'm going to say SMS, so it's sending, queued, sent, delivered. So as you can see, I actually got the message now. So I'm going to call this. It's queued, it's ringing, still ringing.
You have a trial account. You can remove this message at any time by upgrading to a full account. Press any key to execute your code. This is a sample text.
And it's ended, completed. As you can see, guys, it's actually working, and you can use this for whatever you want. So what I will do is I will you can see everything is now committed. I will put this on GitHub for you guys to download. If you have any issues, you can post them in the comments on Facebook or on the issue page of GitHub. Thank you guys for watching, and in the next tutorial I will be using I will make the Clickatel wrapper client. So thanks again for watching, and see you in the next one.